Even this one right now, it's a good rune, but you're giving it these low gems. And if I see this, I'm like, holy crap. I mean, if it rolled a 7, I would even give it the +7 grind. I would be working my ass off to get this at least a minimum of a hero gem. So I would want to get at least a 10 on these so that it looks good. Yeah, that's the thing. It has to look good. Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another account improvement in Summoner's War. We have a interesting account here. He is kind of lost with this account. I don't know if he was an OG player who took a long break and came back recently, because if you look at the profile pic right now, you can see that he has a lot of wings, Guardian wings. But he did tell me that he is having trouble in C2, like he can't go higher than C2 and RTA, and also his arena rank is not portraying the rank that I think that I see in his record. So if we check out this record right now, you see that he was in G1 arena. That's understandable, but he was also G1 in RTA and C2 in Special League. Him telling me that he's lost, he needs some advice on how to progress, tells me that he's either a very OG player coming back recently or he bought the account, which I don't really mind. I think buying an account is actually the smart way to go if you want to come into the game today as a new player, because to be honest, I think you'll be saving a whole lot of money by doing so. Especially if you could buy an account that has LD Nat 5s, you'll be probably pouring a lot more money to get one compared to a price that you pay to buy an account that already has one. I'm not advocating for it, but in my head, I know it's a smarter decision if you think of spending money in the game. So we're going to talk about his account. We're going to look at his blocks, which I do think is pretty stacked. We're going to look at his runes and see what the problem is right now. Probably not really a rune issue, probably more of a pick and ban issue in RTA, but we will see the quality of it. And if it looks like there are places where you need to improve on, then I'll let you know. Then we'll take a look at arena, RTA box and guild stuff. Yeah, but let's get right in. I figured out a better way to look at your units now. I think rather than looking at your box, I'm just gonna go to collections because it's a better representation of what you have and what you don't. So here you don't have Douglas. I know you don't have the Fire Rio either, so you're missing that. You don't have Daphnis, Helena. Nothing crucial. You don't have Vanessa, 133 lead, the John, the Momo. No, that's not Momo. That's Coco. Yeah, but you don't have those units either, which is all fine. Pretty much you have all the core fire units. The one thing is that you don't have Chiyu. I know you have a Leah, so you're currently running a more Escher, Galleon, Leah, which is unfortunate because I did say that it's an alternative, but I know that more strip chance is a lot lower, or it's not a lot lower. I can't really give a number to it, but it's more RNG. So the chances of you getting the whole strip could differ a whole lot compared to the Chiyu. Let's go to the water department. So it looks like you're missing Mo Long, which is pretty big. You're missing Hey Gang, Barbara, Miles, pretty big for RTA. I think that's about it. Everything else, it's not really crucial. Bulwark is actually pretty good too, but you don't have that either. Let's look at the wind. You don't have Hathor. Well, Hathor fell off pretty hard, so he's not really needed. Odin is not there. Dominic is huge, so you have Dominic, but it looks like you have a lot of the wind ones. You have the Tiana, you have the Leo too, so arena should be no issue. Let's go look at the light and see which LD4s you have. You have the Leah, Kinky, you have the Molly, you have the Iris, so you have pretty much all the good light Nat 4s. And for LD Nat 5s, it looks like you don't have a light Nat 5 that's summonable. Well, the summon from the scroll. Let's look at the dark. You have Martina, so that's good. Liebly, Faye. I guess you don't have the Deborah. Okay, so good thing to know that. You have the Wu Yong, and you have the Debay. So 2 LD Nat 5s is what you have. Now let's look at the runes. And here we could determine if he does have the G1 rune quality. I could probably give a good indication of that because I'm C3, I reached G1 multiple times, and if I know that he has lower rune quality than me, then he should have a harder time reaching G1. So if you look at Swift speed, and speed is the most important for Swift, 25 slot 1, 25, 24, doesn't look like G1 really. I think at least 128 maybe because 28 is still not even a max hero rune. 29 is. So not having any like a 27, 28 shows me that your slot 1 is probably weak for a G1 player. 30, that's a good one. Yeah, 30, that's good. It's funny how it gave it a crit rate grind. I mean, I don't know who this is on. Right now it's on Clara, but an RTA could be on somebody else. But for me, I would probably give it a defense grind. 27, that's good. And that's a low HP gem. So I will definitely slap that there. I will work on perfecting runes. And perfecting means giving it good gems and high grinds depending on their speed or quality overall. Bernard at 23, which could be 24, but again, low grinds. Work on that. So maybe R5 is a good start to start mastering these runes. Slot 4 is really weak, 23. Yeah, that's really, really weak. So if you want to, you could continue with GB12. 25, still another weak slot, so slot 5 is weak, and then finally a 26, which could be a 27. So again, I'll be working on mastering these runes. Next one is 24, which could be a 25. Again, low rolls on the grinds and the gems, and you have all these grinds, and you also have, well, you don't have a lot of gems, but you have all the grinds to actually give these better rolls. So just from the Swift runes itself, it tells me that you're lacking even at perfecting your runes that you currently have. So I would definitely work on that. What's the point of getting newer runes when the runes that you currently have are not done? So if you want to improve in the game, in my opinion, this is just my personal opinion, I would perfect the runes that you currently have. And I'm currently running R5 myself because even I have some runes that are not done. So even though I farmed GB12 for a while, I am back in R5 trying to get those grinds, especially violent grinds because they're so rare, to perfect some of the good runes that I have. So I would definitely recommend that. And as I said, you have some slots that are weak. Just getting better speed on those slots will help you. Let's go to Violent again. 23 slot 1, 22. Really weak slot 1. Everything is grinded. Again, I don't know what the rolls are, but this is a low roll. You can see there's no gem here, so it could be 25. A lot of flaws. I see a lot of flaws, and when I see this, it kind of makes me sad because this is probably the easiest way you could improve your account. It's hard to get that good rune, but once you get that good rune, it should be fairly easy to get that rune up to a certain point. So I know it's hard to get like legend grinds on them, but at least getting a max hero grind and a high hero gem, I would go for like at least 10, 11, and then trying to get it to like its 95% potential. Then I know that rune I could say, okay, I'm okay with this rune, I can move on to the next. But when I see these runes, I think that's not happening. Aside of it being so slow, even this one right now, it's a good rune, but you're giving it these low gems. And if I see this, I'm like, holy crap. I mean, if it rolled a 7, I would even give it the +7 grind. I would be working my ass off to get this at least a minimum of a hero gem. So I would want to get at least a 10 on these so that it looks good. Yeah, that's the thing. It has to look good. But having a 14 on a 27 speed rune looks pretty bad. Also, it looks like if this wasn't a crit damage, I think whatever you gemmed out was incorrect. I think you should have gemmed out either the crit rate or accuracy to make your rune more efficient, but you'll learn this as you go on, and also you'll build your own preference on how to gem out your runes, because some people like me are extreme efficiency chasers, and some people just build runes for a certain unit, and then obviously at that point, if that unit needs crit rate or accuracy, you would want to chase that, right? And keep those stats. Another 26. So this one is good. This is a 28. Again, these runes, man. These runes are definitely killing me. For this one, I'll be going for a legend gem. I would try to get that 13%, 12% at the very least for this awesome rune right here. As you can see, this is a low roll as well. Yeah, this could be a 26. So I think R5 is probably the biggest way to improve your account. Overall, when I look at the speed and the efficiency of the runes, I do think you're not able to get G1 easily, at least anymore. I mean, I think you could still get it. I know I could get it on my account. if I try harder, if I do better pick and bans, if I play like 1,000 games, I'm pretty sure I'll get there. I think it's the same for you. If you play a lot and if you know how to, deal with a lot of those pick and bans, then I'm pretty sure you could get it even with your rune quality, but you're not going to get there easily. And seeing these runes that are not being grinded, that have so much potential, also tells me that it's not gonna happen anytime soon, because there's just so many of it. There are some really nice runes here that have the potential to be 1 speed faster. Like these runes, it sucks that it stays at 27. You'll have to go for a 28, and you'll have to give it a higher hero gem. Come on, +6, that's a blue gem. That's nasty. Okay, but the runes itself look pretty good. I will say the runes look good. There are slots that are weak. Like slot 1 here, I think was the weakest, a 23, which could have been a 25. Again, another grind issue. But even 25 itself is not that crazy anymore. A lot of people got a lot of good runes. I think the quality of everybody's rune went up so high ever since the B12 dungeons came out. So you definitely need to start grinding a lot more. Let's go to Will. And I think Will was your weakest slot, 24, 23. Yeah, again, this is not the best. Whoa, this could be a 27. Yeah, not bad. Okay, that one is pretty bad. Well, not bad, but I mean it's not the best. Okay, so yeah, you could see why I said it's the weakest slot. 25, which could be 26. Here it could be 23, but you have to give it a legend. Again, some of the grinds. Well, this one is fine, I guess. But yeah, the speed overall, this one is the worst, I think. That one's pretty good. You could say this one's almost done. You give it 3 legend grinds. I would go for legend gem and then legend grind. I mean, you did this 3 times. Legend, legend, legend. Why wouldn't you go for a legend right here, right? If you started it, finish it. 26, not bad. 25, that could be 26 again. Okay. Yeah. Like, I know that these legend grinds seem like they're not going to come back to you, like you're not going to get more of them, but trust me, you are going to get more. Find out the most efficient rune, the fastest rune, the best rune that you currently have on your will set, and slap it on that. Try to get the highest roll there. That's what I'll do. And then find slot 6, a 22, so slot 6 is actually really weak. So working on your will runes is also not bad. But I am going to go back to my point. I think doing your R5 and grinding there for a long while is the best thing that you could do. And I think many people watching this will agree. Again, if you guys are not doing this, if you guys keep saying, hey, I don't know what runes to keep, I don't know what to do, how can I progress? First of all, look at your runes. Look at your good runes and see if they're all gemmed to their max potential, at least a hero gem. Well, that's my limit. I mean, if you have a higher criteria than me, a higher baseline than me, you could always be like, hey, I need at least a 12 for these 28 speed, 27 speed. Then yeah, go for it. You have to be grinding like crazy, or spend some money to get those legend gems. Slap it on the rune, and even then, it might not roll the roll that you want. But let's say it did roll, then you grind for that legend grind. And you'll have to do that for every good rune that you have. And when I say good rune, most of it, sorry, but Summoners War is the game of speed in most cases. So I have to say most of it will be runes that have 25, 26, 27, 28, 30 speed. Those are the ones that you want to finish first, and it goes with the fastest first. I think finding the rune, rolling the rune that's really good is the hardest part. It's probably the hardest part to do. But once you get that, I think with joy, I'll be grinding R5 to get that gem and grind. At least I know I have the rune that has the potential, right? So that's just me. You could always play differently, but you wanted my opinion, so I'm giving it to you. I hope you take that. I hope it helps, at least. It gives you some kind of goal or some kind of, homework to do. Now, let's go on to your arena. I know your towers are done. I already looked at it. They're like sparkling clean, everything level max, so that's good. So this is your defense. I did have some things to say. If you have the Molly, and I know you do, I actually do not recommend this. I usually don't use the Darien if I have the Molly. I think Molly itself brings in so much RNG. Well, not so much, it's only 15%, but everybody knows who went against Molly and has a hard time against it, thinks it's not 15%. And it's an RNG factor that you have no control over with. if she's just on the field, she just does it, right? There's a chance of glancing, and it's very, very annoying. So I'll put the Molly in. I'll make her 100 res. I'll make her much faster, plus 130, 140 speed. If you can't get 100 res with that, just make her really, really tanky fast. And just put her on the field. Make sure the Triana is 100 res. I noticed your Triana is not. I think Triana is the one unit in here that needs to be on 100 res because she has the passive. So if she does not get reset, it actually could bring a lot of wins. Okay. Abilio in my eyes look really, really squishy. So I would like a much more tankier Abilio. I mean, I know you put it on a crit damage build, but if you're gonna use it on defense, I don't think crit damage is that useful. And Carno looks okay. And Carno at the very least looks okay. But that's what I'll do for the defense. That's what I'll change. And then for offense, you're going with this, which is fine. I do think Zeros is better. If you have a Zeros, actually. I don't even know if you have Zeros. Which you do. I think Zeros has much more success than the Poseidon. So I'll use that, to be honest. I'll use Speed Tuned. That's a really slow Tiana, but if you're only using this team against tanky teams, that's also fine. No artifacts, that's also big, because these small things could help you, right? Let's say you fail to kill them, and they start targeting the Galleon. The longer the Galleon lives, the more hits he'll take for your other members. And you don't want this Pungbek dying. And Pungbek being on the Swift Will build, I don't know. Speed Gap looks pretty big as well. I do think there might be speed tuning issues. So I will look into those. Speed tuning is huge with this Tiana team, and you don't want to get cut. Another one, you're not running my any of my second turn teams, which is kind of a bummer. I was hoping that if you watch my videos, you'll have a second turn team. Let's just say, let's take all of this out. I actually want to try out the debate on the second turn team. Like really, I want to see what he can do. What's his lead? Guild content. Okay, that's not the best, but you know the usual team. It's Leo. It's Delphoid. It's a Galleon, and then it's a damage dealer. So you go like this. You can put in this debate. I think debate will be pretty cool. Just try it out. I actually don't know how much damage he'll do, but I hope that he does a lot. You could do Pungbek. You could do Cocky. You could also do Bale. Bale is a huge damage dealer. That's awesome here. You could do Christina. So there's a whole lot of options. I have a whole video of them using the Bale, using the Christina, using other units. So I hope that you try them out because they are awesome. They're awesome. They do a lot of damage. They have a lot of success, especially in global server. I know you're a global server account. Seeing that your record was only G1 baffles me because I know your account can get at the very least G2. I mean, if I rush, I'm pretty sure I'll get at least G2 on this. Well, it actually depends on the week. Some weeks are much harder. Other weeks could be easier. But I mean, I got G3 with rune quality that was lower than yours like a year and a half, 2 years back. Lastly, I'll talk about the fast offense. I want this team to work, but you're not using it. I mean, I'll definitely first fully scale it up. Also, I did think of something else. I know that it's not going to be as good as the Escher because the Escher has incredible base speed. That's why it's just so good. But you could also use your Wu Yong on this. But the team is a little different. You'll use the Gemini. So Gemini still has to go first because if you give the Gemini attack buff with the Wu Yong, then obviously he's not going to strip. But you could do this, and then you could use the Savannah as a second defense breaker plus speed buffer. So this is how it'll go, right? You'll go in with the Gemini strip defense break, right? Then Wuyong will go with attack bar boost with an attack buff. And then Savannah will go with a second defense break and also speed buff for your team. And then your Leah goes. So in theory, everything should really work well. It's just that you'll have to make your Gemini the fastest unit. And like I said, it's a little worse than Escher because the base speed is a lot less, meaning that you won't be able to outspeed as well as the Escher will. But if you're going against just tanky teams, it might work just as well. Okay, now let's look at RTA. So you're in F3. You're not even going for C2. Past record was 1,600 games. Sorry, 1,165 games with the 50% win rate. Okay, yeah. This has to be wrong or the account is bot, right? I mean, seeing that this account was once G1 a very long time ago with 1,200 games, I'm at least expecting C2 past record, unless you bought this recently. Because with this rune quality, you should be at least getting that. This is the box that you chose out. It definitely does not look like a box that somebody knows the game about too much. Because why would you have this? You don't need this. I mean, is it a Leo counter? It's not even runed well, right? So yeah, you don't. Why do you have that? Why do you have this? I mean, you could use these together, but this is not special league, right? You could get rid of that. You could get rid of this. There's a lot of units here that I think that you don't have to use. They're not even fully scaled up like this one. Yeah, and how they're built is actually horrendous. The Kinky also does not look that good. You have the Oliver. That's okay, not the very best. Like, you could try for a speed team, a swift team, but seeing your Moore is 263, guessing it's going first. Your Juno is 245. Changpeng is 262 as well, so I guess it's like more Changpeng, something like that, plus Oliver. It looks like it. These three first or something. Is this a triple revenge verd? It is. Yeah, if anything, I'll definitely take out these units. This is like the very least, right? And I'll take out a lot more, depending on your playstyle. You could decide. You could go first turn or second turn. This is not even ruined, right? So I'll take that out as well. I personally think going second turn is better, especially if you're going to learn the game more. Rather than straight out cleaving, you could go second turn and learn how to pick and ban. I think that's a better way to learn the game. Like, if you lose, then you just learn, oh, I lose to these kind of comps, or at least you know that you have to ban the other thing rather than the thing that you banned. Ethna is also slow and violent. Yeah, there's just a lot of weird builds here. I think I would condense your box to like 20 units. I think you do have the rune quality at least to rune 20 units, and go from there. And the 20 units probably will be like, I'll definitely have the Molly Leo verd up. Kinky will be there as well. Yeah, Masha, no brainer. Riley, the Wind Monkey, a Cardinal, Juno. Very second turnish with some strippers. I don't think you need this either. You don't have the rune quality to run this, I think. This is just a counter pick, right? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, Nana, that's good too. Yeah, I guess something like this. This should be on Swift. These two will be your Swift counter. Like, you go all second turn for the first 4 picks. So the opponent thinks you're going second turn. So he picks out everything with one speed lead, right? Then you know you could last pick one of these. And he'll have to ban that because he can't risk the fact that you might ban the speed lead and one of these go through and then it could disrupt his team. So you could do something like that. And I think some better second turn units that you could keep. Carlos is really good right now. I think Testarion is a must to have. I think that's good enough. I mean, I think I'll take that out for Leo counters as well. So if they bring out the Leo, you know, if you take out Laika, you have a very good chance of winning, because Laika's super strong when the Leo's on the field. I think Wind Panda is also a good option. Gyu is really strong right now as a second turn unit. But I'm assuming this with everything fully scaled up. So if they're not fully scaled up, then you can't use them. Yeah. So let's see if anything is not scaled up. Well, Escher, I would actually put some Devilmons on it. Savannah is also not a good second turn unit, actually. Carlos not fully scaled up. These work without full skill up, so that's fine. Ooh, Rika no skill ups, you don't use it, okay? I think Rika having skill ups is actually important. Yeah, but other than that, it looks like most of everything is scaled up, so maybe this will be your box. I think this is a better box. Let me know what you guys think in the comment below if this is not a better box. If it's not, let me know, because I would want to know, and I'm pretty sure the account owner would like to know as well. Okay, with that, let's finally look at some siege if he's doing well there. I'm gonna assume that he's not. If he's in a G1 guild with this kind of rune quality, I am assuming him getting a lot of defense wins, but it looks like he's not even playing. But yeah, and his defense is not doing well. The combination is pretty much bad. Yeah, this one works. This one could work. I'll switch this out. Where's the damage? I don't think these two are good. This one's not good either. You would rather put in the Odin if you're gonna use this type of defense. So please switch that out. This one, okay, it's a famous defense, right? But it's not runed up, and they actually put it up as well. So it's either extremely inactive guild, or they just don't know. They think that you have it runed up and they just put it up. This is a trash defense as well, and I will use a Kinky and a better defense. Just go with the casual Harmonia Vigor Kinky, and in, where is this? This is a C2 guild. It will be the gatekeeper of a tower. Almost nobody will pass unless somebody with like better rune quality or has a straight up counter to it comes in. I'm serious. Just put that defense up and it will be a gatekeeper. But I could definitely see that you have issues with your siege defense as well. There's a lot of things to change. First of all, at least half of these, more than half of these should just go. This one should go, this one should go, this one should go, this one should go. This one should change. I mean, it should be Odin right here, and then this one should go. So you can see that there's a lot to go, a lot to get rid of. I mean, even this one could change as well. You could put in something else other than the Harmonia, I think. The John meta kind of died off. But with this rune quality in C2, it probably will work. Yeah, it'll probably work. Artifacts, that's actually very huge as well. But anyways, I see a lot of flaws. I know they could do better. Look up, you know, siege defenses. Watch siege videos because they show you what high level siege people are doing. The comp is totally different. You have a lot of units. You could use it. You could use it to build better defenses. Where's your Molly, man? Where's your Molly? You have a Molly and it's not even in defense. It just blows my mind. Okay, but that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's anything else that you guys would like to see in Summoners War, please put a comment below. What did you guys think of what I said to this account owner? I did try to be more straightforward. I do think that it's better to speak in this type of manner, telling him what he's doing wrong. I do think there's a lot of things that's going wrong here, especially in the PvP side. RTA box was pretty much, well, I didn't see any color to it, right? I don't know what he was trying to do. He had a lot of units that was just not being used, not in the meta. I mean, if they were built in a certain way that I was like, oh shoot, that's an interesting build, I would have said things differently, but I definitely knew that those weren't being used or they were just there with mediocre runes. So we know that. Siege also, the defenses just don't look right. Some are usable, but the rest just, I don't like them. And also with his rune quality in C2 Siege, he should be a gatekeeper for these towers, but it looks like that's not the case. Arena, I just gave some new suggestions, but I do want him to change a lot of things there as well. And I hope you take that extremely important advice on perfecting runes, because I really think that is the easiest way for you to improve your account. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys think differently, and if you guys watched till now, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.